Reverend Ike, God has given you winning power. Chapter 18. Reverend Ike, church. What's up? Let's see what the good Reverend is bringing to us to the pulpit today. God has given you winning power, Reverend Ike. It says, go forth every day with the attitude and feeling of a big time winner.
Message.
Hey, I can't make it up. What are we talking about? Go forth every day with the attitude and feeling of a big time winner. Big time. Big timers, huh? Gave the shoes and with my Gucci. And that's okay, cause I stay fly. I don't give a fuck what y'all talking about. Cash Money One, nigga. Straight up and down. God has given you the power to be a winner in the game of life. He has given you the ability to be as great as you want to be. Think about that for a moment. God's gift to you is the ability to make your life as you want it to be. He has given you the power to be what you want to be, to do what you want to do, and to have what you want to have.
Message.
So, a lot of times what happens is the framework of our environment and our cultural identity, or the stereotype identity that creates narratives around the way you look, the way you grew up, right? It paints a picture to put on a particular uniform, and that uniform, it looks like everybody else, just based off of, um, you don't want to feel different. You don't want to feel ostracized. You don't want to be the black sheep, if you will. So the real game and the real power is to break free from them controlled glamour motifs that keeps you in a flux of yourself. You feel me? Or just keeps you from expressing your truth based off of what you came down here to divinely express. And spirit gives you clues. Spirit leaves clues based off of you know based off of your environment, and based off of the people around you, or things that you're gravitate towards, even by accident. You'll be like, oh, okay, I smoke a bag of this. Is what I enjoy to do. When I was a kid, um, I really enjoyed reading. Crazy, right? A lot, what I'm saying. I was just a reader. Like, I enjoyed it. Maybe just the video games wasn't just hidden like that. So I enjoyed reading and going into the mystery of it all, the mystery books, all of that stuff. I like the what was that called, real TV and stuff like that. Them documentaries and things of that nature. What was the cop? Was it called Cops? No, it was called America's Most Wanted. You feel me? I was just into that kind of stuff, right? I was like, oh shit, damn. Kind of like detective work and all of that kind of stuff, which a lot of people are, and a lot of y'all might be into that energy as well. So naturally, holistically, as I started working on myself and finding my truth, I became a spiritual decoder, a life, and just in that vein, in that lane. Before that, though, I was caught up in the glamour, caught up in not looking nerdy, if you will, not looking different. So it's the books went away, the energy started to conform to my environment and my people around me. Smoking weed, drinking, all just being a nigga, if you will. And honestly, what I'm saying, it wasn't it doesn't seem bad in the moment, but it is bad because you're just literally conforming to this new group you call your partners and your friends and shit. So the real game is to find that true essence back in your power, who you are before uh, you've been mind controlled into an illusionary identity,
Message.
and that's real. It says, I like the way Brother Paul said it. God has not given us the spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of a sound mind. Timothy 1:7. This is a very important concept for you to understand. Once you understand it, once you accept it, once you get the spirit of it, you'll be a winner in the game of life. God has given you the ability to be as great as you want to be. God's gift to us. There's an old spiritual that says, I got shoes, you got shoes, all God's children's got shoes. To me, that old spiritual means that God has given every one of his children a gift. And of course, when you understand this spiritually, you understand that God has prepared every one of his children to win the game of life. God's gift to you is the ability to make your life as you want it to be. So even in that parable, or I got shoes, you got shoes, all God's children got shoes, that means you got to beat your feet to make things happen on your own journey. Follow the yellow brick road and put on them red slippers or whatever, and get to grinding for yourself. You feel me? Um, you're a winner, right? And you gotta understand, like, you don't have to be subjugated to an idea or uh, a job just based off of the survival mode mechanism. How do we eradicate that aspect of the 9 to 5 worker from our spirit? What does it take to, move into a new uh, energy where you do kill your own food? And I've been saying this for a while. I think entrepreneurship is a spiritual uh, walk that actually takes you from relying on a system or somebody else to feed you, and you're gonna have to look within self to feed yourself. Not saying y'all should leave y'all jobs or no shit like that. I'm just to give you the understanding of the development process that happens in entrepreneurship, right? And who you will naturally become based off of is your true organic self. And the way to essentially win out here to me is just by expressing your truth, and spirit will lead the way in magnetizing more and more opportunities to you. So it's a beautiful thing, and I might make a video on that because I think that is important actually. um I am reminded of a very successful executive who hired a new secretary. One day he told her to accomplish some particular task. Oh, but that's impossible, the secretary said to him. So he replied, I want you to go out there in the office and look in the dictionary. Look up the word impossible and tell me what it means. The new secretary went out, looked in the dictionary, and came back with a puzzled expression on her face. She said to her boss, Oh my, so and so. Oh, Mr. So and so, somebody has cut out the word impossible from this dictionary. I did it, he said. I got every dictionary and I turned to the word impossible and I clipped it out. So if you work for me, impossible is not in your vocabulary.
Message.
That's good. You know what I'm saying? Everything good is possible when you look to the presence and power of God within. You can. You can. Every time you say I can't, every time you think I can't, every time you feel I can't, you are denying the possibilities of God. Disbelieve all the reasons why you can't. Disregard what seems like reasons why you can't. Disregard your good excuses. That is the trouble with some of you. Your excuses are too good. Look beyond all the reasons why you can't be, can't do, and can't have. Think about all that you can be, can do, and can have, and you'll discover that you can. You can be a winner.
Sorry for you.
So look, I had I've done it multiple times, right? Acted as if, acted as if, and then it became my reality, right? So the energy inside of you has to act as if first in order for you to become the thing. Now, it's something that you have to deal with in your own heart, right? With the moralism of the two eyes. But the real game is to express your truth as that being and then watch how your body starts to conform in that particular light. See, I started telling myself, it's crazy too. And I've been doing things. So, well, let me give y'all full stories. And y'all heard some of these stories. Personal trainer, right? Sitting there in personal trainer at 10 a.m. on a Tuesday, 9 a.m. on a goddamn Thursday. I'm telling my clients, every time I see it, I'm a PE teacher. I'm a PE teacher. Yeah, I do this on the side. They sitting there lollygagging. Oh wow, that's good. Congratulations, yeah. Or they just tell me, yeah, that's cool. Yeah, yeah. Them kids be getting on my nerves, but I be on it. Right, cool. Boom. Slowly but surely, became a PE teacher. Same thing. PE teacher. I'm telling my coworkers. Oh, I'm just volunteering here. I'm actually an entrepreneur. I actually do YouTube videos or whatever, right? Well, I didn't say YouTube videos. What did I say? I said, um, I said I'm an entrepreneur. I guess I was just saying I'm an entrepreneur or something. You feel me? And because I didn't want to tell them what I was actually doing, but essentially, I was basically saying I'm volunteering here. This ain't really. I'm not really here. I don't work here. You feel me? I'm just volunteering. I'm helping out, right? Some of my coworkers, you got that close bonds with coworkers and stuff. And be like, nigga, coach, you shut your ass up, nigga. You here stuck with me and shit, goofy ass
Sorry
nigga.
for you.
And it was fun to it was fun for me to just live in that truth and live in that energy. And sure enough, boom, entrepreneur. And now look and check this shit out. So then one of my coach's wife transitioned, right? This is probably 3 years ago now. And my and the teachers that come, they showing love or whatever. One of my coaches that I work with side by side. So one of the teachers or whatever, she was like, she seen me. She said, "There, coach, I guess you did it, huh?" I said, I guess you doing what you always said you was gonna do, right? You feel me? I said, "Hey, I told you I was only volunteering there."
Message.
So you know what I'm saying? Truth is stranger than fiction, baby. You gotta speak it as if it's happening now, and then just understand that there's gonna be some resistance, right? Just speak the glamour, the demiurge is going to try to fight that, right? Um, I see it on Pop the Balloon all the time. These people are leading their with their vision desire first, which is a good thing. You feel me? These young kids, they lead with their vision desire first. Oh, I'm a YouTuber. And then, along the story of it, they'll be like, yeah, I actually work as a teacher though, because the dude will say, oh, I don't really like YouTubers. Well, my main job is teaching. God damn, let me get to it. Shit. You feel me? So these young kids got the code already injected inside of them without them consciously knowing it. They got it unconsciously. They lead with their vision desire first when they speak to somebody. And then maybe they'll say, yeah, but I do this too. You feel me? So it's an interesting dynamic to see the young kids lead that way. Because remember how you know, niggas used to lead with their job first. Now niggas lead with some kind of vision desire that they see themselves into. Duh, 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 duh. Okay, okay, we read that. Think about all you can be, do, and can have, and you will discover that you can. You can be a winner. Excuses, excuses. On the wall in the lobby of United Church in New York City is a statement by Reverend Knight. There is nothing so bad as a good excuse. There is nothing so bad as a good excuse. And the better the excuse, the worse it is. And the better the excuse, the worse it is. I had my staff paste that statement up in every one of our offices. I had them paste that statement up in the kitchens at all the apostolical residencies of this church. I said my instructions. I want everybody who works for me to know that I don't want any excuses. I told them the better the excuse, the worse it is. There's nothing so bad as a good excuse. And the better the excuse, the worse it is.
Message.
See, shit. Some people the excuse is just a fear thing. Now, one aspect of what you can do to rid yourself of them excuses is do a fast. And fasts will put them excuses in a whole nother perspective of thought. You'll be like, oh, wait a minute. I was that shit. I was really just being afraid of motion. Really was just afraid. Shit, ain't no damn excuse. Shit, I watch TV 3-4 hours a day. I'm watching somebody else live out their vision on the screen. I scroll for an hour and a half, 2 hours a day. So really, there ain't no excuse. I need to get to it and make it happen for me.
Message.
Hey, nobody ain't gonna come and save you. Nobody's here to come and save you. There's nobody that's gonna come and save you. That Sky Daddy out there is not gonna come and save you. So you're gonna have to figure it out and say, okay, I'm here to save myself. Save myself from the idea of conformity, from the aspect of not being your true authentic self, from the aspects of you not living uh, vicariously in God, in your God body energy, and just walking that thing down every day, and just knowing that you rule all the lands you survey. It's going to take some time because remember, you've been programmed 20, 30, 40, 60 years of your life. Now, you're not going to break this spell that you already placed on yourself in a weekend. You're just going to have to keep on working at it, chopping at the wood, and breaking this thing down, brick by brick, building that house up. But remember, you're building the house up, right? But guess what happens? Rainy days come. The weather is going to come. So you can't build on the rainy days, on the thunderous days, on snow days, right? So those days will come and it's going to happen. But then, okay, there go a little bit of sun, right? It's not as cold. So you go back at it, brick by brick. You feel me? And just finding yourself. So don't beat yourself up. Just little by little, understanding, okay, let me move into the trajectory of my vision desired and keep on moving without having any um, emotional stir up or ties to the outcome.
Message.
Every day you're gonna get better. Trust me, nigga. I be marveled at myself on YouTube. I be like, damn, where the hell is this stuff coming from? It's like, hey, you just get better. You feel me? I'll look at my videos from I said, when I look at my old videos, I be cringing sometimes. I'll be like, God damn, who the fuck is that nigga? Nigga sound crazy than a bitch in this bitch. I be like, because you know what I'm saying. It was just surprise, you never you hear your voice like that or whatever. Being in that kind of okay, what am I know what I want to say, but how do I just remember all this stuff? So then it's like, oh, okay, you know what I'm saying. You're working through your energy of becoming that thing, right? Sure enough, 8 years later, and then guess what? 8 years from now, and I'm still doing YouTube, I'm gonna look back at these videos and say, "What the fuck is that?"
Sorry about you.
Be like, God damn, I look crazy in the bed. Because I'm going to be another monster in this. So, you feel me? Now, shit, I'm going to be like, damn, that, see, like that wicked that I decoded. Like, that shit was trash, nigga. God damn. I mean, all them damn sound, these sound effects I'm using and shit, I'm gonna be hearing it cringing and shit. Like, oh, God damn, this nigga look crazy. Fuck, I'm putting all these damn sound effects and shit. Why, why the hell am I doing all these damn sound effects?
Message.
I'm gonna be in gas in myself like 8 years from now. That's how, but that's chaos. You feel me? And that's just understanding the chaos is just the potential energy, right? I know Bobby probably look at some of his videos and be like, I don't even recognize that nigga. Straight up and down. Okay. Cleaning man really cleans up. I want to share with you a very happy experience that I had on the streets of Beverly Hills, California. I was looking in the window of an elegant men's shop, and a very well dressed, handsome business like young black man came up to me and said, "Oh, Reverend Ike, I just want to tell you what your ministry, what your teachings have done for me." He said, "A few years ago, my father and I left Louisiana and came here to Los Angeles. When we arrived here, I had only $12. I got myself a job on a cleaning crew that cleans buildings. Then I saw you on television and I started listening to your teachings. I figured there was better for me. I heard you say you can be what you want to be. You can do what you want to do. You can have what you want to have, Reverend Ike. I believe what you said, and I started my own building cleaning company. I finally got to the point where I made $500 a month. I thought that was big stuff. But as I continued to use your teachings, as I developed my self awareness, I became even more successful.
Message.
Man, can y'all imagine Reverend Ike on TV back then? Wow. You feel me? That's some good shit. I didn't even know he was on TV. You know, what if he was on CBS or something? Wow. So now you saying a whole bunch of black people don't know this stuff. Some, you know what I'm saying? You see the Reverend Ike's church, that shit was packed. He's like, dang, this nigga got 1,000 people in this church listening to the word in a metaphysical way about Jesus. So that ain't no coincidence. And you know what I'm saying? Now you have all these other people on YouTube that's still moving in that particular lane and vein. So now it's like, oh, okay, bet the work has been carried out, you know what I'm saying, in smaller television sets called YouTube. Absolutely amazing. I would have loved to see that shit back then. You know what I'm saying? Like, we couldn't fathom, somebody talk about metaphysical principles on TV. And then they giving them airtime on CBS. You know, once they figured out what he was doing, they was like, "Oh no, let's cut this nigga off ASAP." As we stood on that corner, he pointed out the big, high-class buildings he cleaned and told me about other large bank buildings all around the city of Los Angeles where he has cleaning contracts. He has his own maintenance crews. He said, "Reverend Ike, I can hardly believe it, but standing right here today, I am making $10,000 a month thanks to your teachings and inspiration. You can be what you want to be, do what you want to do, and have what you want to have. If you believe in the God in you."
Message.
So a lot of the stuff that Reverend Ike and what we've been doing in this church is just to push the energy of God inside of us every day. You know what I'm saying? It can be a hard pill to swallow because again, We've been programmed 10, 20, 30, 40 years of our lives. So now all of a sudden, when we're stepping into our God body, our goddesshood, right? Essentially, there's a fight that's happening, right? Understanding that you have the power to control your mind by one, I would say, more so than anything, making sure whatever distracts you is high vibrational stuff. And it's not the most funnest thing at times, right? But essentially, it'll shift your mind into another way of thinking. So if you have to fake it, force it till you make it, then that's what you got to do. So then you were talking about getting up, and the first thing you look at is, you know, high vibrational messages, whether it be from me, whether it be your own Instagram feed that's feeding your spirit in a particular way, right? If you're listening to the distractions of the aliens are coming and the Anunnaki and all of this other stuff, and this is what Trump is doing and all of that, essentially what's going to happen is it's going to keep on feeding you down a rabbit hole of more and more distractions. Then the gossip takes reign. And now all of a sudden the gossip messages starts to shift your vibration into lower vibrations to make you feel human. So in order to be in order to be God, you got to get into the high vibrational life of this thing and be floating, levitating off the ground. That's a whole metaphysical breakdown of levitation. Okay. Hallelujah. That young man and I almost had a shouting meeting on the corner that morning. He was trembling with emotions. But when you let God get in you and work a miracle in your life, it just does something for you. He reads my success ideas that I write and sends out every morning and gave him the idea of prosperity. I gave him the idea that he can be and do and have. I gave him the idea that there were greater things for him, and he believed it. As Reverend Ike says, ideas make millionaires. Ideas make millionaires. One other beautiful thing he said to me was, Reverend Ike, all of the white people in all of these high class buildings that I have contracts with are glad to give me a chance and are glad to do business with me. If you really get a tiger in your tank and you believe in yourself correctly, if you get motivated and approach people with the right attitude, people will help you no matter what your race.
Message.
Be the thing, and then no matter what your race is, they're gonna gravitate towards you and help you. You feel me? And then essentially, you know what I'm saying? You don't know how this thing is gonna unfold. And the race thing is just an illusion anyway. We got to remember that it's to create divide amongst people because essentially they want you to stay divided into these groups and this group mentality, and then they can program you based off of this invisible energy that they're calling groups in the group mind think. You feel me? So now all of a sudden you identify with black. So now what they show you on TV is this is how black people act. This is how black people move, blah, blah, blah. And you need to conform to this identity if you're saying you're black. So now the real game is to remove yourself from any group, group think mentality, and start to do your own individual godhood thing. Because again, it's gonna slowly but surely work on your selves that shifts you into your individual expression of God, whatever that might look like. And we want to understand that's a beautiful thing because individuality is get being extinct in these days. God damn. Da, 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 da. Okay. When this young man first came to Los Angeles with no money, he could have made excuses for not succeeding. Could have made excuses. He could have said, I can't, to the idea of prosperity. Instead, he believed that through the presence of God within, he could be, do, and have whatever good he desired. He knew that health, happiness, success, and prosperity were for him. He has what it takes because he uses what God put in him. He knows that through the presence and power of God in him, he will experience more success, more prosperity, and more money. This man has what it takes because God put it in him. I've got what it takes because God put it in me. You've got what it takes because God put it in you. Don't deny this God power in you. Don't back away from your responsibility to use this God power for your own good. Use it to get ahead. Use it to be a winner in the game of life, of life, of life.
Message.
So yeah, family, I just want y'all to understand that you have the God power, and that God power is within you, and it's shaping who you are. And essentially, you know what I'm saying? It's just time to shake off that human and stop calling yourself a human and start knowing that you are a God. Y'all know what it is, family? Peace to the gods.